What was the first song that you remember making that somebody could still go look and find?
The first one is President by Prof. So like,
you don't have any music out before Prof?
Before that is all my homeboys. Like,
yeah, sure.
Literally, I would like give beats to my homeboys. They wouldn't be that good,
right?
But somebody's on my beat. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It's cool, whatever. And it was really hard to put your music out back then. You know what I'm saying? There was no DistroKid. There's no, you know what I'm saying, anything like that. There's no distribution like that.
Yeah, there wasn't SoundCloud. There wasn't Spotify yet.
Everything is like, oh, I made the song, but now I got to put it on the CD and all this stuff. So my first song that was actually out, that was on the internet and like people can actually search it, was President by Prof. But before that, all my homeboys from Chicago, and like I would just give beats out to anybody I could. Like they put them on SoundCloud, but they would be.
So when was the President song with Prof, and how did that work? Did you send them like 10, like in a Dropbox type thing, or how did that actually happen?
I sent them my SoundCloud because I put a bunch of beats on my SoundCloud.
Oh, okay.
And so like I hit him on Instagram, on Twitter at the time. I was just like, boom, and
he responded to your first message.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, what's up? I like this beat. This beat is called Hood. Is how I call it. That was the name of the beat. Was
sick.
You know, Hood. Yeah. And so he used that beat. And he's like, I made a song out of this. He sent it to me. I'm like, bro, this is like really good. Like, sounds really good. Like, this is crazy. Like, this is a real artist on my shit.
But Prof wasn't that big at the time.
No, he was doing. So the thing is, though, he was still building his niche.
Yeah.
And he was doing like, he did, after that song, when he produced, when he put out Project Gampo, I think.
Okay.
Or King Gampo was what he was. He did First Ave back-to-back 2 nights in a row, sold out, which is 1,500.
Right.
So
I mean, he's always had like a really concentrated like fan base in Minneapolis.
So like, but he wasn't big enough. I had no idea who he was before I sent the email. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure. And you had been living in Minneapolis for a while then.
Yes, exactly. And even with Atmosphere and all those guys, like I didn't really, their music wasn't really what I was listening to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what were you listening to then?
I was listening to Lil Wayne, Drake.
Oh yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm listening to that. I didn't even know those rappers in Minnesota. Right. You know, that's like my friends. Like,
before Slug, there wasn't very many.
Exactly.
You know
so
what I mean?
I wasn't really in tune to them, and then I got in tune with them, and I went to my first sound set, and like I'm doing all these things, and I'm like, oh, there's actually artists here. Like, let me figure out how to be a part of this.
And you weren't a part of anything when you were going at first. You were just going on your own, like thinking, hopefully I meet some people.
Exactly. I was just literally making music because I love music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My grandfather was a blues artist, Byther Smith, in Chicago. And I watched him go on tour. I watched him do these things. And I'm like the only child or descendant of his that decided to do music, you know what I'm saying? Okay. And like he was pretty big for sure. Like went all around the world. He'll come back with like stuff from Egypt and stuff from
crazy.
I thought it was so cool. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
it's important to have people like that, because if you have somebody in your life that you're like, they did it, it makes it seem more feasible to you.
Yes, it's realistic.
Yeah. First, a lot of people think that it's just not possible because the only thing that they can see are like Taylor Swift or like these massive names.
Different levels.
They're not seeing people around them that are doing it. Same way, like if you weren't aware of Prof or Atmosphere, if you don't think anyone in Minnesota is doing it and making a living, you're like, is it possible?
Is it even a thing here? You know
what I'm saying? So you got linked up with him. How long was it between the time frame of when you gave him that and he made the song or whatever before it actually came out and you guys started working together?
Like we were like, it was like, so when I sent him that email or whatever, tweet, and he responded back and I sent him the beat, he was like, how much you want for it? I was like, nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's like, you don't want anything? Well, I'm not trying to, like, this is, you're really good and I want to build a relationship with you. I'm not gonna overshoot myself. Like I feel like a lot of times with producers or people in the industry, like they overshoot themselves early. They say, oh, I need $10,000. And now you just lost this connection or whatever you have going on, because you want to make money, yes, but you also need to cultivate that. It'll come in time type of thing. So after I sent that email or tweet, it had to be like 6 months, and the song came out, and the project came out, and I'm like, oh my God, this is really good. And I started like watching his like social media blow up a little bit more. And so he invited me to one of the shows at First Avenue.
Sure.
But it was, I was like general admission,
Sure.
Literally, I'm literally at the top row at First Avenue, and he performs the song. And his last song is like, this is like the highlight of the show, and he like throws like 10,000 fake $1 bills with his face on it as the president. And I'm like, I'm sitting up there, I'm like looking around like, bro, I made this beat and everyone's going insane. It was crazy. It was a crazy feeling because I'm like, they have no idea that I'm just standing right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I haven't even met him yet. You know what I'm saying? Because
you hadn't met him in person?
No, because it's all internet. It's all
sure.
internet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just up there, just chilling. Like, this is nuts. I need more of this. I'm making all these people happy, and they have no idea. I need to do this again.
And you had to go to Enterprise the next morning.
I had to go to work.